In IPv4 addressing, we have class C address. IPv4 is a 32-bit address, and we have class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. 5. So there are special addresses, there are private, public, there are so many, loopback, etc. So in order to designate, define which IP address range can be used by whom, these classes are being devised. So this is how 32-bit address is being formed. We have dotted decimal form. Okay, they are separated by the decimal values separated by dots. So when we start from the left, the first octet, that is the combination of 8-bit, in a class IP addressing scheme or class, the first 3-bit from the left is fixed to 110. They are already always fixed. Okay. So this is 110, 110, here also you see 110. So these are fixed. So from here it is now very clear that when you fix 110, the next, you have to take all the 3 octets now. So what is the minimum of the first octet? 110, then you just put all zeros. This is the minimum. And what is the maximum? 110 is fixed, you cannot change that. Now you can put all the ones here. Maximum can be 1. And what are the value of these, means decimal value of this binary? 192, and this one is 223. So the minimum first octet number for class C is 192, and the last one can be 223. The first, if the IP address, the first octet is between 192 and 223 inclusive, then we can say this is class C address. So this 110 is fixed. Now the upcoming 21 bits, that is you have to take all the 3 octets. You have the first 3 octets. How many are there? 8 is a 24. 3 are fixed. So 24 minus 3. So 21 bits are remaining. So these 21 bits after 110, they are corresponding, or they are actually indicating the network address, and that can be computed using the subnet mask. Now these are 21 bits that are corresponding or indicating the network address, and the next 8 bit here, the last octet, you can say this is the host address. So you can have multiple networks that is given by 21 bits, and then inside that what computing device you have, that is the host address. So I already told you the class C IP address range from where 192.0.0.x, because x can be the host, will be the host, to 223.255.255.x, x will be the host. So the range of IP address, the first block will be what? 192.0.0.0. What can be maximum? Now you can just change the host. So it will be 192.0.0.255. Here 255. And what will be the last block? Same thing. You have 223. The highest can be, because you just have to worry about these 3 first octets. So 223.255.255.0. And you just have to, you can only change this host in order to get the host. So 223.255.255.255 will be the last block, highest number. So as I said, there will be a subnet mask in order to carry out the computation for the network address. The subnet mask will be this first 3 octet 255, 255, 255. That is how you can compute and find out the network address. Because every IP address is divided into a network address and the host address. So the network address can be computed by subnet mask, which is ANDed with the actual IP to get the network address. ANDing is done. So what are the ranges, or we can say how many addresses are possible? Since we have 21 bits for the network address 2 to the power 21, and the host, there are only 8 bits, so 2 to the power 8, but the first and last you cannot assign. First is for the network, second is, the last one is for the broadcast IP. So the maximum host in a network can only be 254. So the size is limited. Number of hosts can be limited in a network. So where do we actually employ this class C address? For a small network, for example, a company or a college, even for a school, this can be assigned. Because it is quite limited here. Class C addresses, number of hosts in one network can only be maximum 254. Okay, so that is how this class C address is used. Normally you will see 192.168. like that in your computer. So if we take an example, 192.168.178.1, how do we know that which class does this address belong? Whenever we learn in a college or in our theory, we will always see 192.168.1.1. This kind of initially, people give this in their computer using those network settings and adapter changing, etc. So how do you know that this is a class C address? Because class C address, the first octet starts from 192, ends with 223, both are inclusive. So do this 192 belong to 192 and 223? Yes, it is there. 192 is already there, the first octet. So it is the C address, because the first octet defines which class it is. So the first, second and third, these three octets, they are corresponding to, or they are representing the network. They are representing what? The network. Which network we are talking about, or which you can say subnet you are talking about. And this dot 1 or 1 is actually the IP, or not the IP, basically it is representing the host, because network address and host address combined is called the IP. How do we know that certain device is on the same network or not? If I write 192.168.178.5. So the first three octets, 192, 168, 178 and 5, all these three are belonging to the same network, because the first three octets, they are matching. But the other network, if I say 192.168.179.5, so just have to match the first three octet. So this is matching, but this is not matching. 179 is not equal to 178. So all these three addresses which I told you, they are class C addresses, but the first two addresses belong to the same network, but the third one is not belonging to the same network.